Hey, what's going on? I've got Ed and John,
Mark and Chris.
Ben and Tom,
Mark and Chris.
Gary.
Bill and Ted.
Excellent adventure.
Got the guys from Billy Talent with me. All right, we got to get this out of the way because I like you guys a lot.
Thank you.
And then when I saw you guys at Heavy Montreal,
Yes.
you remember?
That was great.
That was a couple years back.
Yeah.
It was at a time when Heavy Montreal hadn't really turned the corner yet. And it was pretty much, you know, you had these metalheads that were like, metal. And then when you guys were announced, people were like, this is going to suck, Billy Talent. And then
Yeah.
you guys went on stage and you annihilated the place. And I correct me if I'm wrong, but did you guys go out there with, I mean, I know you guys always give it when you go out there and play, but did you guys go out there especially play hard that day? Because there was a lot of going around. Oh yeah, but
and we had our own reservations about doing this show, right? When you're looking at the bill, you're like, wow, really? Oh, okay, well, yeah. And then we've grown up in a weird scene where we ended up playing with like hard rock bands, metal bands, ska bands, punk bands, rock bands, and so we always just kind of do what we do and let it speak for itself.
Absolutely.
But
We did play our heaviest songs that day.
yeah, we didn't. There was no surrender that day.
Yeah, because you guys really went for the throat. And,
you kind of came out and be like, hey, we can throw down like this as well if you want.
Now, I got really excited the other day because at the radio station we got this bag of pins. And
vote for
didn't know what they were.
Yeah.
And it just pins that said Kingdom of Zod.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm a massive Superman, massive Superhero
I can tell
fan.
by your...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of wear it on my sleeve, literally.
Yeah.
And I was like, Kingdom of Zod, what is this? And I was like, "Town." And then we started spinning the song. And I was like, I can't wait to talk to these guys and ask them, is there any reference to the actual Zod from Superman 2? General
Yes.
Zod? Yes, okay. Tell me.
When Ian wrote the song, it didn't have lyrics, and
Okay.
he just felt like it kind of sounded like a kingdom of Zods, like from Zod from Superman. This was his song. This would be the song.
Right.
So it was
Like
kind
a
of a
takeover
working
song.
It was a working
Yeah.
title for a long time, and then when we wrote the lyrics and everything like that, the working title still kind of fit.
It
Right.
just that's the same thing with Viking Death March too. It's like
Right, exactly.
We have these
Another great
these
title.
titles that we think are funny and are cool, and
Represent the
but
song.
then like what happens if you're working on the song, lyrics come out, then you have like a line and you call it that. The song is loosely based around like the whole Doug Ford thing.
Okay.
Sorry,
Right.
Rob Ford. Rob Ford,
okay.
and his shit
Doug.
brother as well. Anyway, but yeah, so we kind of wrote that song just because we were really fed up with this guy making a mockery of our city and of our all the great people that live in that city.
and when you were living there, you couldn't escape it. It was always on your face.
It was relentless.
It was so refreshing for us Montrealers to have
something else to throw a
have
stone
something
at.
but have something taken off
Political
of our show.
controversy somewhere
Because,
else.
we're always the ass, the ass joke of the rest of Canada.
No, you're not. But
well,
you
but
have a lot
it
of
comes
things
across
going
like that.
on.
If you've been here, I know how much you guys love Montreal.
We do.
But it was just so nice to have you guys take the pressure off.
You guys
we
have
took
had
it
your
hard.
political scandals, that's for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway, yeah. So and then Zod being the character in Superman, if you kids,
General Zod,
Yeah.
Superman 2.
you should check it out.
Yes.
But anyway, so it kind of made sense because it is like a Zod kind of nation that was being built
Right.
around this horrible person, right? So anyway, yeah. So that's our Zod reference.
It's funny because our girl who's behind the scenes, Leah from Girls on Games, was so excited when she heard you guys were coming.
We had
And
a
she
good
told-
chat, didn't we?
Yeah, and,
Yeah, we had a nice chat.
she's a big fan, and as am I. The Hits album it really reminds people.
This one?
Yes, that one right behind us. Really reminds people that you guys have had a lot of hits.
And we've been around.
We've been very fortunate. Yeah.
You guys have. I mean, you guys,
yeah, it's weird.
because it's got to be weird. Because I know, judging from talking to you guys, that I'm sure putting out a greatest hits album for you kind of is almost a bit sheepish. Like, it feels weird, right?
It did. We had our own trepidations about it,
Yeah.
but once we kind of sat down and started talking about it, and
Look at the track listing.
Yeah, and we wanted to put 2 new songs on there that which like literally we were working on to put on the new record, and then so it all kind of came to be. But yeah, I mean, as I was just talking to your coworker there, I had it on laying like I had the record on my kitchen counter, and I hadn't listened to it in its entirety yet.
Right.
And I was driving around doing errands the other day, and I listened to it, and I was like, wow. It actually, I felt very proud.
Yeah,
it was.
man.
It's really. It's
good.
a nice accomplishment. Yeah.
Stand Up and Run.
Yeah.
That's where's that come from? Because when I listen to that song, that's a powerful song.
Originally, we kind of had it in like a. It's gonna sound strange, but it was like a Wonder Years, the old show, where there was Kevin and Winnie, and then Winnie moves away. And so we kind of had this kind of thing of like, well, imagine being the guy like sitting there waiting for your love to come back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter if it's true love, if you're with each other now and you don't see each other 50 years and you see each other again, you're still going to love each other.
Right.
And so it's kind of about that song of waiting and knowing that the universe will make you together if it's meant to be.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That emotion.
Yeah.
Now I'm hearing what the song's about.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
emotion just comes across when.
Oh, great. Well, thank you.
Did they ever get together in the end?
No, I think she slept with the asthma kid there.
So the DVD that comes with the DVD key that comes with hits, half of the show is from, I believe it's from
The Metropolis.
The Metropolis.
Yeah.
So you guys love Montreal.
We do. I'm from Montreal. Right. This is my home. Yeah. So, or was my home for when I was 0 till 10, I guess. But no, yeah, those shows were. Well, that was actually fun because that was the Billy Talent 10-year anniversary tour that we did.
Right.
And so we had Anti-Flag come out, and we had a couple friends of ours, Mishka Chapegi and Dustin Rabin, come and film all of it. And then we weren't sure what we were going to do with it. And then when this thing was getting created, I was like, well, what about all this footage that we have? Why don't we make something? And we filmed the Toronto show as well from the same tour.
What are the plans for the holidays? What do you guys like to
eat
do?
lots of turkey. And
Yeah, I'm
drink
looking
lots
for.
of
Actually,
wine.
I'm actually really looking forward to the holiday. My birthday is in December as well, so it's always this weird.
Late December?
December 16th. Yeah. So.
Okay, so you get a lot of. Oh, this is for your birthday. And
I got
Christmas?
a lot of that.
Burn on
Here's
January
your
3rd.
gifts. Here's your gifts, and it's one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Want to open
Oh.
it now or at
Yeah.
Christmas?
It's half wrapped in Christmas paper, and the other half just like shit, whatever. It's also really important to remember the people that are not doing so well, and remember the people in your own communities. And I think it's really important for people to go to food drives.
Do you guys get out and do any of that during the holidays?
Yeah, my wife and I are actually doing a winter coat drive this
Okay.
year.
Yeah.
So all of our group, all of our friends and family, we're going to collect jackets and sweaters and hats and gloves, and then drop it off at through the Toronto Police Department, and then they distribute it to different shelters across the city.
Yeah, because
so.
like, how many times can you go in your closet and you say, "Well, I haven't worn that jacket
Well,
forever."
and I think that's the most important thing, regardless of your religious beliefs, that at this time of year, just always keep in mind that there's somebody that can use a hand. And
Absolutely.
so really go out of your way to help people, and that's what the holidays are all about,
Good songwriters, good live players, and nice guys too. It's Jim and Phil from Billy Talent.
From Sum 41. Yeah.